Welcome to day, I think this is day 3 of the daily vlogs as we try to finish book 11. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. I'm an author and editor. All my stuff's linked down below. We're doing daily vlogs until I finish this book. I did end up filming some clips last night because I worked later than I was expecting after I finished yesterday's vlog, so I guess I will put those in here. Oh my gosh. My skincare has got me looking shiny. I thought I was gonna be done for the day. It's now late. But I've just been sitting here writing pages and pages of notes. I started off just with like a brainstorm. We tapped into something good. I'm excited. I have like a couple of bullet points where it's like I wanna develop this, this, and this more, but I didn't have like a specific way I wanted to do that. So what I've been brainstorming tonight is like, is there a way that we can, you know, kill several birds with one stone? Can we do one scene that's going to accomplish all of these things? And I've come up with quite a few scenes that I think are going to work because I have quite a few things I want to accomplish, but I think I can accomplish them with either 2 or 3 new scenes. One will be definitely at least a whole new chapter, but some of them might be just smaller scenes within chapters that are already existing, so it's not going to be a huge amount of new content. We're working on it first thing this morning. I just ordered my groceries, so those should get here soonish. I've been putting it off because they have this one thing that I buy a ton of. They're out of stock, so I've been like waiting to see if it would come back in, and it hasn't, so we're just gonna have to go without this week. So yesterday I printed off some stuff, took some notes, did some brainstorming. I think this morning I'm gonna start off by jumping in and writing a new chapter. I'm still kind of planning out the logistics of the scene, but I think this is going to be a perfect fit because it's going to knock out so many things on my to-do list in one. Plus, it includes a character, the character who's going to be the protagonist in book 2, who I felt like I might need to give a little more page time in this book, hopefully make people like them. So I think this is a good opportunity. This is our starting word count for the day. I'll update you later. You guys want to see my groceries? Throwback to the grocery hauls. I just put 2 boxes of the sparkling waters that I like in there. Got some bananas, vegan yogurts. I got some more there. You can always tell when a guy did the shopping because of the way that they pack the bags. Chicken nuggets. I've never had this before, but like I said, they were out of a lot of the stuff that I usually get, so I just kind of threw some random stuff in there. Cheese, energy drinks, cat food, Olipop. Needed some more nutritional yeast. This is not what I ordered, but they were out of it, and this was their replacement. Some strawberry sorbet, lentil pasta. These things, delicious. Chocolate, granola, carrots, protein shakes, french fries, tortillas, cucumber, chicken strips, chicken tenders. I've gotten into the habit of making these like kind of like a Buddha bowl with like rice and quinoa and vegetables and stuff, and then I like to get a bunch of different vegan protein things to just kind of like sprinkle on top. Roasted red pepper hummus. If you couldn't tell from the ingredients, I'm planning on making wraps this week with tofu. Chia seeds, and 1 kombucha, and some just egg. I'm trying to think of a way that I could like get through all these tortillas because I never use all of them, so I'm gonna make my wraps for lunch, and then if I'm in the mood for it, if I don't get sick of it, I used to like to make wraps for breakfast with like, I'm gonna use vegan egg and some cheese and like some spinach and stuff and make a little breakfast wrap. That's my plan. And then the lunch wraps, we're gonna make some tofu, hummus, that's what the taco seasoning's for too, cucumber, and then I already have some like spinach and stuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You hungry? We're writing the new scene. This is how far we are. It's about 11 o'clock. Let's answer some questions you guys left me on yesterday's video while I wash out my face. I'd love to know how many beta readers you use, and if that number varies book to book. Do you have the same ones coming back each time? It varies from book to book, and which ones I use varies depending on who's available, who's interested. For this one so far, I had 3 beta readers and 1 critique partner read it. Now that I'm on book 11, I somehow still have 1 reader who has done all of them, but that's a lot of books to expect someone to keep coming back and keep doing every time for me. So a lot of times I'll have readers who will do like 2 or 3 books for me, but a lot of the ones that I used for like a lot of books in the past haven't stayed until Now I also switch genres from book to book, so sometimes my readers who do the fantasy aren't as interested in the contemporary and stuff like that. The number varying from book to book, not greatly. I feel like around 3, 4, something like that is a good number for me. Too many and it's too much feedback, too few, and I'm not quite satisfied with getting enough opinions. This one I'm kind of considering bringing on another 1 or 2 after I'm done with this draft to read through it and see if they comment on the same things to see if I fixed it. Sometimes I'll do that where I'll do like more than 1 round of them. I remember with the Marionettes, I had a ton of beta readers, but I only had, I think, like 3 read the whole thing, but I brought in like 7 to read the first like 5 chapters or something, just because I wanted a lot of opinions on the beginning and whether it was confusing, and I just wanted a lot of people to come in and ask me questions to kind of help me figure out where the gaps in the world building were. So yes, it definitely varies from book to book. Next we have, will you be doing a video about your Kickstarter? I'm hoping to do one for a special edition and audiobooks, and I'd love to hear some do's and don'ts. I know I said like a while ago I was gonna do a whole video on the Kickstarter, and the only reason why I haven't is like laziness, essentially, of like having to compile all of the numbers. I guess I wouldn't have to compile all of the numbers just to talk about it. Yeah, I could definitely do one. I don't know exactly what I would talk about, so if you want a video specifically on the Kickstarter that I ran, if you have any specific questions about it or anything in particular you're wondering and want to know, feel free to let me know. I could use a little help guiding that video, but yeah, I'd be happy to do one. Originally I thought I was gonna like put all the numbers together, and what turned me off of that was how long it ended up taking. So I'd have to go through 4 or 5 months worth to find all of the shipping charges to figure out exactly how much I ended up spending on shipping, and I just don't I don't really want to do that. How do you navigate receiving a cover from a designer that you don't like? Do you ask them to start over or try to tweak what they've provided? I'm such a people pleaser, and this is the worst part of the publication process for me. I had more trouble with this before than I do now that I'm 11 books in. It's still uncomfortable. I still struggle with this. I have found it to be helpful the more you can give them up front, and the more you know what you want, the less you'll run into this. So if you can give them a ton of information up front, they're probably not going to come up with a concept that you don't like. So that's why I think the conversations before they get started are really important. If you can show them comp titles, things that you like, things that you don't like, if you have like a Pinterest board or something to give them kind of like the mood and the tone of it. I will usually go through their portfolio and be like, here are some examples of things that you've done specifically that I really, really like. Here are some covers of books in my genre that I like. Here are some ideas that I have for what I would like to be on my cover. Here are some things that I don't like. I think I've only ever once gotten a cover where the initial concept wasn't going to work at all and we had to start from scratch, and that was the anti-relationship year. And I basically just sent them an email with everything I didn't like about it, which was like everything. So then they were the ones who came back and they were like, you want to try a different concept instead? And I was like, yeah. In general, when I get a draft of a cover, I will tell them everything that I like about it, and then I will explain to them the things that I don't like about it and why I don't like it, like why it's not working. And sometimes I'll be able to be like, so can we do this instead? And sometimes I don't know what to do instead, but I'll just describe what it is that I don't like about it, and they'll help come up with an idea of how to change it. I think just having really clear communication is really important. What's reasonable to expect to pay for character art? This is so different depending on the artists. I have hired quite a few, and they've all been on like the more expensive side, and then I've seen some other authors who have worked with other artists who have been much less expensive. So it really depends. It also depends, are you getting one character done? Is there more than one character in the image? Is it just the head? Is it a full body? Do you have a background? It just like, it really depends. I've seen just for like the head before anywhere from like $40 to over $100. My like full body things of several characters have definitely cost several $100s. Are you still planning 4 books for the new standalone series, or is it 3 with the potential for a 4th? I have 3 solidly figured out, like plot-wise, trope-wise, everything, and then I have, for the 4th book, I know what characters it would follow. I just don't know what the plot would be. So I do feel like there will be 4. I just have to like figure some more. Book 4 is just like not as planned out as the other 3 so far. Have you ever thought about getting an agent or for foreign rights, sub-rights deals? I have thought about it. I've seen this become more and more common lately in the indie space. Yeah, no, I think that would be cool. I don't know if I'm like quite at the place in my career where I need that, where I'm at that stage. I don't know if it's something I want to like dedicate time and energy towards like really seeking it out, but if the opportunity presented itself to me, it's definitely something I'm open to. Ooh, totally different topic. Do you have a favorite horror movie of 2024? I feel like I haven't seen a lot of the new releases yet. I did just go see one in theaters a while ago. It was, what was it called? The Watchers with Dakota Fanning. I went into that completely blind. I had no idea what it was about before I saw it, but it's definitely not my favorite. It was like worth the watch once. Apparently it was that director's first movie, and it does just like kind of watch like a first creation. I think the first half of it was stronger than the second. Have I seen any other 2024 releases? I really want to see the new Strangers, but I haven't yet. Oh, I did recently watch one. It's not a 2024 release, but I watched it recently, I think on Max. It was like The Monster? Is that what it's called? It's just like the mom and a girl trapped in a car and there's like a beast in the woods. That one was, I don't know what I was expecting from it. Again, a lot of times I just kind of come out of horror movies and I didn't like them, but I didn't love them. Okay, I think it's gonna be it for now. I have no idea how long this video is at this point. If I feel like I need more content, I'll answer some more later. If not, I'll save the remaining ones till tomorrow, but still feel free to comment more questions on this video for me to answer tomorrow. I think we're gonna call it for the day. As you can probably tell from the light, it's still early, but I think I'm gonna be done with writing. I finished the new chapter, feel really good about it. I'm set up to write another new scene tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Let me see if there were any other questions I want to answer today. I actually really like this new chapter that I wrote. It accomplished the things I was aiming to. I think it's a good look at this character who's going to be the protagonist in the next one, and it also ended up giving more insight to this family relationship that I felt like was a little too subtle before now. And this chapter, like, I didn't even go in with the intent of fleshing that out, but this chapter I think actually really helps. So unexpected, pleasant surprise. If I don't answer your question, it's because I got disorganized and I missed it. It was an accident. Okay, as a writer, what does your weekly schedule look like with socializing? Do you feel you talk or hang out with friends weekly or monthly? But not just friends, also just doing things to get out, or because of your schedule to socializing and engagement look different? I feel like it's not because I'm a writer, it's just because I work from home and I work for myself. So anyone in a similar position, like whether you're a writer or not, I feel like we're in like the same boat. I'm also an introvert at heart. I have become more of a homebody, I think, since the pandemic, because it like forced me to be, and then I never like quite returned to as social as I was before that. And I also might just be in part because I've gotten older and I'm less interested in going out the way I did when I was younger. So for me, like, how does it look on a week-to-week basis? It's different. I find that I am a sprinter more than a marathoner in all parts of my life. Like with my writing, I don't write the same amount every day. It's like when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone, and it's what I want to do all day, every day, until I'm no longer in that mood. And I'm kind of that way with everything in my life. If I'm in the mood for socializing, I might be like out and doing things with people every single day for like a little period of time, and then I'll go weeks without wanting to do that. Also, a lot of my friendships are long distance, so seeing them in person may be rare, but we do talk every day. Yeah, it's just kind of based on my mood. Sometimes I'm like more in the mood to be out and doing things, which is when I'll like go work outside of the apartment or something, and sometimes I'm just like not feeling it. I quite enjoy my own company. Okay, I think this is the last question. I know you have a few things that you do for work. How do you plan out what each day, week looks like and delegate those tasks for yourself? I am kind of a fly by the seat of my pants person with everything. So like I was saying with the last question, it really just kind of comes down to my mood, and I just kind of like pay attention to how I'm feeling one day. And some days I feel like more in the mood to create content and edit videos and do all that kind of stuff, and some days I feel more creative and like I want to work on my own books. When I'm just working on my own stuff like content creation and my writing and stuff, I have more flexibility to do whatever I'm feeling like that day. I have a little more structure when I'm working on a client project because I have deadlines that I want to meet for those. I have deadlines for my own things, but I have found for me the most effective, I prefer to focus on 1 or 2 things in a day rather than trying to do all 6 things in a day, and like for like little periods of time. Like I said, I am a sprinter, not a marathoner, so I would rather like have 1 full day where I just do content creation, and 1 full day where I just write, and 1 full day where I just do client work, instead of trying to do a little bit of each of those in one day. That's just what my brain prefers. The only outlier really is client projects. I'll kind of plan out how long is it going to take me to do this project, how much work do I need to do per day to get there, and then the rest of my work kind of just fits in wherever there's space around that. That's becoming less and less of the case as I'm taking on fewer clients though. Okay, I think those were all the questions on yesterday's video. If you have more for tomorrow, feel free to let me know. If I didn't answer yours, it's because I missed it, because I'm blind. Feel free to comment it again. Here's our final word count for today. See you guys tomorrow. No.